Hi folks, Brother Martins here in BYU, Hawaii. I'm delighted to be leading you in this spring semester in our Religion 200, the Eternal Family class. I wish I could be in the classroom with you. Really missing being in the classroom, but we have to be supportive of all the efforts to combat the spread of the coronavirus. And so we're going to be holding this class strictly online. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this course. Number one thing that I need to tell you, and I say this every beginning of semester, is that this is not a marriage preparation course. This is a course on doctrine, on the doctrine of the priesthood as it pertains to marriage and family. In other words, it is not my intention here to convince you that you need to get married, and no, none of that. That's not my objective. Our objective here, in the readings you're going to have, the videos you're going to watch, will be to ensure that you understand the doctrine of the priesthood, especially of the highest order of the priesthood, which is the new and everlasting covenant of marriage, an order of the priesthood that we enter in when we are sealed to a sweetheart in the temple by the authority of the priesthood. So my objective with the readings I'm going to be assigning to you, and some of the videos that I have prepared and you are going to watch, will be merely to ensure that you understand what is taught in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints about the centrality of the ordinances of the priesthood that are officiated in sealing rooms of the temple. Now, I understand that some of you are sick and tired of hearing about marriage and family. I know that probably a number of firesides that you have attended in the past were always, oh my goodness, here they go again about the priesthood. And this may have been misinterpreted as an effort to pressure young single adults to get married. But let me tell you that this is not really the case. Church leaders talk a lot about marriage, not to pressure, but to remind young single adults of the centrality of these ordinances. A lot of things in the future, in the eternal worlds, a lot of rights and privileges and honors, thrones, dominions, depend on the ordinances that are performed in sealing rooms of our temples. So, as far as I'm concerned, your marital status is really of no consequence in this class. Whether you are single, married, divorced, or desperate, it doesn't matter. This class is for you, including those of you who may be preparing to serve full-time missions. You will find that some of the principles we're going to be studying this semester could be applied in the relationship between mission companions. Also, you will see on your mission quite a number of dysfunctional families. And the Holy Ghost may inspire you and your companion to prepare a special lesson using some of the readings from this class, okay, to bless the lives of your investigators or the lives of returning member families. So, let me take you to the computer now and show you some of the things regarding syllabus and the readings and quizzes and exams. Let's take a look at the computer screen here for a moment. Let's begin from the Canvas dashboard. And I'm going to start with this, Religion 200, this section, Religion 200. From the home screen, as you're familiar with Canvas, perhaps the first thing I'd like to show you is the information in the syllabus. And so clicking on syllabus, you have here summarized syllabus. I have a complete syllabus. In fact, I have here a link that will take you to my homepage, and from my homepage on the BYU-Hawaii website, you'll be able then to hover over cursors and click here Eternal Family 200, and this is the complete syllabus for the class, although this is an older version of the syllabus because I have not been able to update it. I would need to be on campus, and I'm not. But anyway, most of the information you will need will be here on the summarized syllabus on Canvas. I hope you're able to take a look at this, the assignments, the grading scale. I do not use Canvas to do my final grading. I don't use percentages. A lot of times people say, oh, but on Canvas I had a 90 something. I don't use percentage. I'm going to use this scale that you see here on screen. Perhaps I should take you to the assignments, and I'll talk more about grading a little later. So clicking on assignments, you will see that I have several groups here. Number one, I have several videos, including this one that you are watching, introduction. These videos are here to sort of supplement your readings. Since we will not be able to meet in person because of the restrictions due to coronavirus, I hope you are able to you take the time to watch these videos, because they will be very instructive to you. And then after you watch them, you will I'll be very glad to answer questions that you may have. You may contact me via email. We may make an appointment and hold a face-to-face conversation via Zoom, by appointment, of course, and if you want. Now, we also have here the weekly reading assignments. And if we click on the reading assignments, we will go to this page here, but you will see that the assignments are not really here on Canvas. They are also on my website. And so if you click here, you will go to a page on my website that has then the readings for each one of the topics we'll be discussing this semester. You will have all these things. Now, I want to call your attention at the end of the reading assignments page to these questions for review that you see here on screen. These are the actual questions for both the midterm and the final exams. And so, as you pursue the course, you will read the assignments, and then you answer these questions here. These questions will also be, you will also find them in the weekly quizzes that I'm going to show you a little later. But anyway, this is where the reading assignments are. On Canvas, you will find then just links to the readings. Sometimes the readings will include only what's on those pages on my website. There may be additional, like this one here. You have one of my papers online. I'm going to give you several of my papers and articles for you to read, once again, to supplement to enrich your experience. These will be things that I would explain in person to you. But since I will not be able to explain in person, you will get them here. Occasionally I may have some videos, and I will post them here, like this one from my YouTube channel. And this is a fairly long lecture on the doctrine of the priesthood, which is one of the main focus of our Religion 200, the Eternal Family course. Anyway, going back to the assignments page, I showed you videos, weekly reading assignments. You have here also a group here of all the essays, my personal essays and my personal papers and speeches that you're going to be reading throughout the semester. You saw when I showed my reading assignment page that had some diagrams here, some artwork. I created a group here on the assignments page on Canvas where you have all these diagrams here in case you're interested in taking a look at them. See, for example, this one, a diagram of the orders of the priesthood. Okay, so you have all these things available to you here. Now going back to assignments, you have also then the weekly quizzes, and you will see that some weeks you will have only one quiz, other weeks you may have two quizzes, and in fact we have 1 week here, May 11 through 15, you have 4 quizzes. Well, it's because the quizzes are divided by topics, and because we're in a spring semester and our time for class, for the course, is shorter, some days of class will have more than one topic. And so during that week, we may have 3 or 4 topics. And so the quizzes are divided by topics. And that's why, for example, on the week of May 11 through 15, you have 4 quizzes. But when you click on the quizzes, of course, Canvas will take you to a screen where you have that. These quizzes are meant to record your attendance online. I am not going to be paying attention to the score you're going to get in the quiz. This is always explained here for you. But what I want to see is that you are following along. Now, there is another important thing for the quizzes, which is they will help you prepare for both exams, for the midterm and the final exam. The questions you will find here on the quiz are the questions for review in the reading assignment page. Remember that I showed you here at the bottom of each reading assignment page. Most reading assignment pages will have questions for review. There is 1 or 2 that don't. And so these questions for review are the questions you're going to find in the quizzes. And they are also the questions you're going to find in the midterm and the final exams. So as you take the quiz, you are already preparing for the midterm and the final exam. And so before you take one of those exams, it will be good for you to come back here and take a look at the questions you got right and the questions you got wrong before you take the exam. These quizzes, as you see, they have a time limit of 60 minutes, but they are open book, open notes, but still individual. You cannot have help from anybody. And so you should not have any problem. All the questions in the quiz or those questions for review, you will find their answers in the readings. I'm not going to ask you to guess anything or interpret anything or tell me what your mission president, what your bishop, your father, your mother taught you. No. It's all based on the readings. That's where you're going to find the answers. Now, let's go back to the assignments page. You will find then at the end of the semester, we're going to have a paper, and I'll talk to you about the paper later in the semester. I'll send you a message about it, and then links to the midterm and the final exam. So this is what you find in the assignments pages. Of course, if you go to the quizzes page, you will have all the assigned quizzes also here. So you can access the quizzes either through the assignments tab or through the quizzes tab. So I guess this is what I would have to show you regarding the syllabus and the materials on the campus. Now, I hope you have a wonderful semester. Please let me know what your questions are. Even though we're not meeting in the classroom, I am your teacher, and it is my duty to answer your questions, your concerns, your hang-ups to the best of my ability, and I will be delighted to do that. You can do this via email, sending me messages, or if it is something that is too extensive to discuss via email, feel free to schedule one-on-one, face-to-face discussion on Zoom. We may even invite, if you are in agreement, we may invite some of your classmates to attend our conversation. This is not going to be mandatory because we are spread out around the world over many time zones. But if you prefer something private, we can do privately, one-on-one on Zoom. If there is a question you want an answer for, it is my duty as your teacher to provide you with a sufficient substantive answer if I know the answer. So I hope you give me this privilege and this honor of being able to answer you those questions that so far you may not have found resolved. There are no limitations with me. A lot of students who have taken classes from me before know that any question with me is fair game. For me, there are no stupid questions. There are no inappropriate questions. If there is something you want to know, it is my duty to teach you that. So, may the Lord bless you, and may we have a wonderful experience, even though separated, but we may have a wonderful experience during the semester in our Religion 200 class. Talk to you some other time. Bye.